Hello, magical gangsters. Welcome to another edition of Gangster Magician Tarot. I'll be your host, the Gangster Magician himself. I'm here to deliver you your message, 'Cause that's what I do. That's what I'm here for. I'm here to deliver messages, okay? I couldn't get a job at UPS, but I could get a job here, they said. They said perhaps maybe, I should look into other forms of employment. That's what they told me. Just kidding. I have no idea. I did not do that. I did not do anything of that nature, okay? But I will grant you your wish. Believe me when I tell you. Right, Archangel Michael? He said, absolutely, brother. He said, we're here for you. He says, that is what we're doing. He says, you're part of the 8th house crew, okay? You're a magical gangster. You're a made guy, okay? No one fuck with you. And like I said, Archangel Michael, if they're not on the list, they can't come in. Archangel Michael said, don't worry about it. He says, all crack-headed. He splits demon skulls. He does it for fun, he says. So don't worry about it. He encourages them. He actually tricks them into doing it. Then he cracks their head for them for some reason. He likes cracking demon heads. I don't know. That's what he tells me. But that's to each his own. All right? So what we're going to do here is, we're going to open our heart to you. Because you are the best around. Okay, and we have black tourmaline boomerangs over here that spin back and hit us. But just know we're done talking about silly stuff now. Okay, let's get to this. Let's get to the serious. Let's be serious for a minute. All right, so let's get back to the regular scheduled program here. So I'm trying to think what we're gonna. You know what I'm thinking? It's like at that point now where it's like we don't give a fuck. Okay, but we don't care. Okay, yes. Okay, it's nice. Would it just be nice for everything to work out perfectly? Would it be beautiful? Would it be nice to have that happily ever after? Sure, absolutely. I would love it myself, okay? But at the end of the day, sometimes we have to look at things and be realistic, and we have to, prepare for all different outcomes, okay? And we also have to keep hope and faith for the ones that we do want, okay? But we do have to let it go, okay? That's what happens. We let it go. We cannot be too much with the outcome of what's going to happen, okay? So when we do this stuff, we're never going to get the outcome here, okay? Because God don't want us to have the outcome, okay? He wants us to have, he'll give us the hints on the journey, okay? You'll get the angel number. Angels will come, help you throughout the journey, okay? It's not going to be like, oh, well, this is what's going to happen. Just, you're fine. It's not, it doesn't work that way. If that was the case, if people could predict stuff like that, you know what I'm saying? Wouldn't I be part of the Illuminati or somewhere controlling the world? If you could predict what's going to happen, that quickly, that would be ridiculous, though. I mean, it's already ridiculous enough when it happens now, but just craziness. It's too much pressure anyway, actually. Actually, it's too much pressure, because then if somebody does that, then it puts too much pressure on the person to keep going. As soon as they're wrong the one time, all those other times you were right. This fucking, I told you he was worthless. Told you. But what about the 150 times he did all the good stuff? Who gives a fuck? He didn't do it this time, though. That's exactly what the world is like. So it's like, all right. So whatever. That's the way we look at it. So that's why we don't give a fuck, okay? Because it doesn't make a difference. So that's basically what you tell people. We don't give a fuck what you think, okay? We don't care what you believe. We don't care because all we know is we care what we think and we care what we believe, okay? And that's all that matters at the end of the day. And if they don't like it, then there's the door, brother. See you later. Goodbye. That's what you tell them. Because fuck them. Why wouldn't you? All right, these people ain't nothing. They're nothing, okay? They're nothing. Okay, you're what is something around here. You're what matters around here, okay? They only exist out here because of you, okay? Believe that when I tell you. That's the truth, too, okay? Because they are using your energy here, all right? Try to be big shots, okay, with your energy. But it's just all going to be humiliating for them because that energy's getting taken back, and now people are seeing them for who they really are. And that's not a good person. Okay, that's unfortunate, because it takes many, many years to build a reputation. Okay, but it only takes 10 seconds to destroy one. Okay, remember that. Remember that. These people, they work their whole lives to build up these fucking spotless reputations while they're doing all this demonic stuff in the background. But that 10 seconds of demonicness that we have evidence of will be what destroys that family. Believe me when I tell you, okay? Because we are the ones who are in control now. Okay, that's why. Alright? So there we go. Nobody's going to want to be around you now. Alright, so let's get an overall energy. Okay, the overall energy, like I said, nobody's going to want to be around you now because you're going down, brother, because justice is here for you. Okay, I told you this. Justice is coming. All right, they're coming. They got some questions. They want to know. They want to know why you're presenting yourself as one way, but in the whole other way. Why did you badmouth the collective? Why did you say this? Why did you say this? Why were you stealing their energy? Why were you doing this, these rituals? Why were you doing all this fucking witchcraft? What's going on here, guys? We have documents are here of you paying for spell work to be done on this person. We want to know what. Tell us about this. This is what they're telling your enemies. Tell us about this. They don't know what that's what they're coming. They don't even know what the fuck they're saying now. This is how ridiculous this is now. They fucking people that are asking these questions are shocked at how these people are responding because they never seen this coming. They've never seen this coming because the Ten of Pentacles is here and it's here for you. Okay, because these people built with your energy and now that's all coming back to you because you called all that energy back. And anything that came with it is coming with you too. Or being destroyed one way or another. It doesn't make a difference. Okay, people are not getting what they thought they were going to get for this. The ships are not coming in, I tell you. Okay, because Two of Wands, because you had too many plans, brother. You put too many of your inspirational plans into action. Okay, you put down a clear action plan. All right, you didn't just sit and put all your eggs in one basket, like I said. Okay, because if you did that, then the devil and the demon, they would knock the basket right over, all right, and you'd be done. That's what they thought they did. So you did it like that. You put a bunch of eggs in one, okay, because that's what they thought you would do. And then you started putting little ones in other ones, okay, just to throw them off so that they start going looking that direction, okay? But all the time, you had all the valuable ones, and you had them right in plain sight. And you sat there, and you said, all right, let them get these ones. All right, and they found all those eggs, and they broke every one of those eggs you had. Okay, and you just sat there. You didn't say nothing. You just sat there, and then they laughed. They left laughing, thinking you didn't. They broke all your eggs. But no. They were right there. Those two valuable eggs. You went, okay, thank you, and then you went on your way, Six of Swords, and left it all behind. Didn't seek revenge. Just always knew you had the value. You know what I mean? You said, fuck it. They don't see it. We'll take it. You left it right there in plain sight for them too. And now they're fucking kicking themselves because they didn't look. They were looking the other way. They didn't look at the right place, okay? Because the King of Pentacles was here, okay? Because the King of Pentacles knows, brother. They know what you're all about. They know your value, okay? King of Pentacles is going to know somebody who values value, okay? That's what's going to be seen clearly. And you're clearly valuable, all right? Nobody's going to pass over you again. That's for sure. Okay. It's the truth. Okay, because Hangman, you're paused, you surrendered, you looked at things in new perspectives. Perhaps other people are doing that too. Perhaps other divine beings are doing that. Okay, perhaps people that are just regular are doing that. Okay, so it's like they're seeing the shift here. They're seeing how these people, what they're willing to do for money and clout and status and whatever this control, this power is, what they're willing to do is anything. They're willing to do anything. Okay, and when somebody's willing to do anything for something like that, that tells you that is not a good person, because I'm not willing to do anything for money. Absolutely not. I'm not willing to hurt people. I'm not willing to sell myself. I'm not willing to sell my body. I'm not willing to sell anything that relates to me in any type of way that would compromise my integrity or my self-respect, okay? Like these people are willing to do, okay? They think that it's all, doesn't matter, okay? They think it all comes down to money at the end of the day. They're sadly mistaken. Because if money made everybody happy, there'd be a lot more happy people out there, okay? Because a lot of these fucks are very miserable, these people with money. Money don't make them happy, okay? Because they don't know anything else. They don't know love, okay? They can't feel love, a lot of these fucks. They're demons, okay? So they want to take it out on you because they know you're an empath and you're able to feel all these feelings. It's a curse and a blessing. at the same time. But it doesn't matter, because Four of Cups, you're rejecting any type of nonsense, anything like that. That person like that couldn't even come around you anymore. It's not even like your energy is just going to get them away. You know what I mean? Because you're going to know right away. It's, you know, right away when the person comes up and they're around you and you're just like, oh, I don't like this. You just go. That's all it comes down to. I'm not going to sit anywhere where my energy does not like what's going on. Okay. And that's just the way you are too. So it's like, no, no. Let's get the fuck out of here. I'm not doing that no more. Them days are over. Justice is here. Okay. Four of Pentacles. So whatever greed, whatever, you know, not wanting to share with you, whatever, you know, scarcity tactics, them days are over. Okay. Because people are losing everything because of that. It's going to be part of their karma. See, because what they were trying to do is they were trying to breadcrumb you. They were trying to make you need them. They were wishing that you never, you know, they always wished bad on you. Forever. I'm talking from the beginning. Since you were a child, you had these people wishing bad on you. And it's your family. This could be your own fucking mother, okay? Your sister, your aunt, cousins. Anybody who's jealous of you. It's just what it is. You don't realize just how greedy and jealous some people really are. I mean, you know it, but you don't know how far they would go. How far they would go to steal your, you know, star energy. That's what's really amazes us, because you're the star of the show, okay? They didn't want to cater to the star of the show, okay? What they wanted to do is they wanted to take the star of the show out and keep it all for themselves. That's what they thought. They thought, we'll take the star out and then we'll all be the star. That's what these people, this was what their, I don't know, I guess this was their plan. But at the end, they said, you didn't deserve it. They said, you know, but if they were smart, they would have, you know, catered to you. They knew about this before you did. Okay, they knew you had this energy. So they could have, like, tried to develop you, like, put you in a, you know, but no, they were like, just let's keep it from them. Let's keep them weak. It's sick. It really, it's one of the sickest things I've ever heard. Okay, it's almost like, it's so sick. It's so spiritually sick that I don't think a lot of these people are going to get another chance on earth. I really don't think so. Okay, that's how dark this got. That's unfortunate. It's not up to us. We're just speculating, okay? Because just a fail bit. We don't see people, God and Archangel Michael saying, oh, that's okay, we'll give you another shot. I think they have to go back to hell to never be seen or heard from again. I do. I believe this, okay? Because believe me when I tell you, you do have this Ace of Pentacles. So there's a financial opportunity coming here for you. Abundance is coming your way. You are a Nine of Pentacles, like I always say. You're almost there, okay? You're reaping the fruits of your labor, all right? You're an abundant person. You don't need nobody. You're a Queen of Pentacles. I mean, that's what they tried to say, that you couldn't take care of yourself. That, you know, you needed somebody. You're crazy, they told us. They said, you're crazy, they said. They said, you don't even know what's going on. But all that showed is that, no, that you weren't crazy. You're just in hermit energy. You're just building yourself up. You're not crazy at all. That's actually the smartest thing you could do, is be in hermit energy. One of the smartest things, because that's when you become the best, okay? The longer you stay in hermit, the better you get. Okay, this guy here, he stayed in hermit just a little too long, though. Okay, he said, oh, I just stayed a little too long, but now it's all right, though. Whatever. I walk around with a light and I tell people stuff. That's what he says. Okay, so don't stay in it this long. All right, but it's good to, you know, it's good to stay in it. A lot of people can't do it correctly. Okay, that's why they would be in a hermit. In reverse, that would be they mean isolated. They can't be alone. So when they're alone, they're all losing their mind. But you, when you're alone, you're able to focus. You're able to say, all right, well, this is what I'm gonna do. All right, blah, blah. And you just become better and better and better, because nothing there to distract you. Okay, it's like you're working. That's what it really comes down to. You're not trying to indulge like all the time. It's like, it ain't all about that. It ain't about partying all the time. It ain't about, oh, you don't need other people. Okay, a lot of people just pull you down. So it's like, you don't need it. You're better off alone sometimes. Okay, and that's why the Chariot's here. Movement is here because you were able to remain in that hermit energy. That's why you have the Ace of Pentacles coming your way. That's how you built yourself into a Nine of Pentacles. That's why you were able to get in this Hangman energy. That's how you were able to Two of Wands, you know, come up with your plans, progress, okay? You didn't have nobody stopping you. Okay, you had nothing but time to think, okay? And you saw how Four of Pentacles, these people, they wanted to breadcrumb you. So now justice is here for them. Justice is here, number 11. 11's a big number. Okay, you know why 11 is a big number? Because your King of Cups is here, okay? Because that's your twin. It's your twin flame, okay? This little crumb bomb, okay? Just know, I know they gave you a lot of problems over the years, but that was all meant to happen. You have to understand that. I have to keep on reminding myself, so I'm going to keep reminding you, okay? Because I'm the same as you. I think the same way. I get aggravated by the whole situation. I don't like it, you know what I mean? But whatever. Look where it's getting you. Look where it's getting me. Look where it's getting us. Okay, so we're headed in the right direction here. Okay, because breakdowns lead to breakthroughs. Okay, that's when you never know how strong you really are until you really have no choice. Okay, and you really had no choice, and now you're showing exactly what you're all about. All right, and that's why you're part of the 8th house crew. We're the demon head busters over here. We bust demon heads over here. That's what we need you here for. All right, that's what we're doing here. So that's what we do. We bust demon heads, right, Archangel Mike? Yeah, he says he loves it. He says it's his favorite thing to do. He says, but listen, we got the 3 of Pentacles. And maybe we'll start our own demon busting head business. Who knows? We'll bust demon heads for a living. But just know, with 3 of Pentacles, we will be working together, collaborating to bust demon heads. Okay, because these demons are in their judgment now. Okay, that's where the justice is coming from. They're in the judgment for what they did. They're being seen as a 4 of Pentacles type characters over here that, you know, they're very stingy, it looks like here. They don't want to share. They don't like to share, these people. I guess they didn't learn that when they were younger. They didn't learn that sharing is caring. I guess they don't care. I guess they don't care about sharing. So, whatever. That cost them. That's really gonna cost them. Winning at all costs really cost them, didn't it? Yes, it did. Okay, now 7 of Wands reversed. They're exhausted. Okay, they're giving up. They're done. Justice is here for them. What can they do? They're not going to fight justice. Once justice comes, it's like, all right, you got to deal with it. You can't beat justice. One thing is, I mean, you can, but it's very difficult. It's very difficult to get past justice. Okay, death and justice, very tough individuals. And they're both part of the 8th house crew. So what you going to think is going to happen here? What you think is going to happen? Because, brother, the 10 of Pentacles is here. All right, because we have the goods, okay? Everybody knows you have what they're looking for. You're the one who has the energy. You don't need their energy. They need your energy. They've been living off your energy all these years, okay? Trying to make a jerk out of you. Trying to make you look like you were stupid. Trying to make you like you were worthless. Trying to make you like you didn't belong. Trying to make it like isolate you. But that's all going to be handled by justice now, okay? Because justice is here for those people, all right? Because when they play games with you, so they fuck with one of us, they fuck with all of us now, all right? And that's why they're not going to be able to survive now that way. They can only do it if they divide us all up. That's how they divide and conquer. But now, once all of us come together, okay, especially the 8th house crew, that is when there's going to be no way that anybody's going to be able to stop us. No way, okay? Because them days are over now. We're ushering in a whole new age here. That's what happens. That's what happens. That's what happened when all these ages. What do you think all these people did? What do you think Alexander the Great, Julius Caesar did? What do you think it all ends eventually? You know how it ends? It ends when it goes into a new age, okay? Because there's new lessons to be learned. They're no longer needed now, okay? From the same thing with the thing of Aries, okay? The age of Aries was before the age of Pisces, okay? That was when, I guess, like, what the heck was this? I think that was, when the Romans or whatever, they were in control of everything. And they were like, they had all these weapons. That's where they learned to build these weapons, is in that age of Aries. Okay, and then the age of Pisces is the age of spirituality, which went into Jesus, okay, where these people were able to get information on how to, was Pisces a water sign, so they found ways to spiritually, and that's one of the, you know, that Cancer and Scorpio, so they were able to get information spiritually, okay, that they wanted to keep from us, okay, so they had a mystery school thing or whatever it was back in Jesus. Jesus actually went to this school, okay, and this is where a lot of knowledge that they didn't let everybody else know, this is where they were able, you had to be privy to this, okay, and it was like almost like a frequency you had to be on to get this knowledge, Okay, and that's exactly what these people, you know, tried all these years to keep. All right, so that's what it is. And then that's why it became this individual, everybody for themselves, because it was just constant corruption from the beginning of this time. Okay, and they even, you know, from the time Jesus was killed until now. Okay, and we waited very long here to come back and get your revenge. We had a very long time, many lifetimes. Okay, we remained in this Nine of Wands. You remained very brave. Okay, but now you're here because you know what was done to you in the past will not be tolerated. Okay, whatever happened, this unjust acts that have happened over the past 2,000 years, that all has to be paid for now. Okay, it all rolls back to whoever did it to you now. Okay, the energy now is shifting. Okay, and that is how the universe balances itself out. Okay, and whatever energy that was projected at you that was negative is all going back to whoever projected it. Okay, and these people were the same energies over and over, okay, just in different bodies over the years. These are different same spirits, okay, the same evil spirits have been following you for hundreds of lifetimes. Okay, you've been fighting with these people, but this may be the last one. I think you actually are gonna win this one now. I think you're not gonna have to deal with this anymore. I really believe, even in the next line. I don't even know if I think you're Ascendant Master now. I think you're almost at a Descendant Master level. So that means you won't even have to, you don't have to do any of this no more. You don't have to learn no more lessons. Okay, Page of Cups, because creative opportunities are gonna keep coming. Intuitive messages are gonna keep coming. Okay, you're being chosen as the one who is able to relay these messages because you're willing to do it in a way that's not corrupt. You are uncorruptible, okay? You're uncorruptible. Nobody's going to come to you and tell you something, and you're not going to do something that's not right. You're just not going to go for it. You're just not going to go for it. Maybe in the past, you may have willing to, you know, look the other way. You may have been willing to do, you know, a couple things here and there, but not you now. You now only does the right thing. And there's nothing wrong with that. Okay, that's why you're winning right now, because you continually do the right thing. You do not engage. You do not roll around in the mud. You do not generate any karma. Okay, you let these people generate their own karma and take themselves out. Okay, by you just sitting here, just doing what you're doing, just being you, destroys these people. Just the fact that you are not depressed, that you're not losing everything, that you're still a Nine of Pentacles is the whole reason these people are exhausted and now have to give up. Because they can't, there's no way they can handle this. It's not possible. Justice is here. Okay, the Hierophant's here for you. Okay, you have institutional support. The Hierophant wants to know, why was this all done? What is happening? You have Three of Pentacles. People still want to work with you. Still want to collaborate with you. They didn't destroy you. You still have your work ethic. You still have your reputation. You still have everything. It doesn't matter what people said, okay? Because what they said is being debunked now, okay? Doesn't matter what you went through, okay? Because now people are saying there was for projections. That was never you in the first place. And the Hierophant's going to clarify that for many people. Because you're institutionally supported. And that's why you are in control. Can't no one fuck with you anymore. I need you to understand that. Please and thank you. Understand that you cannot be fucked with. Alright? I'm not saying go out there and start fights and act like a nut. No. But you can walk the streets knowing that nobody's going to hurt you. I'm telling you. You have to believe me. Okay? Because I'm a hermit. You're a hermit. We're hermits. We're a hermit world. Okay? Hermits unite. So just know that the hermits... We know what it's all about. We know what it is to be a chosen earthling. You cannot be hurt by your own accord, okay? So you can't be sitting, I mean, you can only be hurt by your own accord. So meaning that, like, you could only bad things could happen by you creating that situation, okay? And that's like, you know, engaging with someone, hitting them, doing stuff, you know, doing something that you know is not right. You know, nobody's ever just gonna come up to you and just start beating up on you or doing anything. They can't do anything to you anymore. All they were able to do was spiritually attack you to make you go crazy so that you would eventually destroy yourself. That was what they were doing, projecting those thoughts into your head, okay? And that wasn't even you. Now that you cleared your energy and, like, you know, they can't siphon it anymore, they can't project on you anymore. Now that's why you're so much clear-headed. You don't think like the way you used to. And those people now are thinking like that because they're the ones who created that whole thing, okay? And this King of Wands is seeing that very clearly, okay? It's your benefactor, okay? They love you. They say you're the best, okay? They think you are very good. They think you're very, very good at what you do. So, Awesome, awesome, awesome. You are the best, I know. Trust me. We are very aware of it, okay? We're very aware that you're this Queen of Cups. Everybody knows this is your default now, okay? And they try to make fun of you about being like this. They try to say you were weird because you were this what these fucking jerk offs. They try to say you were weird because you were this, because you were a loving person, that you weren't willing to. You're too loyal. They said that you're too stupid. You're too clingy is what they try to make you out, like you were clingy. But that was never the case. You just were loyal and loving, and they made that like that was a bad thing. They made that like that you were that means that you were stupid. That's what these people did, and they're really paying for that. Okay, because now you're a full-blown Empress. Okay, you're not just the Queen of Cups. You're a full-blown Empress. Okay, because him attacking you as this Queen of Cups is the reason why you're this Empress now, okay? Because you had to develop your Queen of Swords. You developing that Queen of Swords is what made you this Empress. That's why I always tell you, you owe it all to the Queen of Swords that you're in the position you're in, okay? Because you always were a Queen of Cups, yes. You always were a Queen of Wands, or you became a Queen of Wands, yes. You became a Queen of Pentacles, yes. You were these, okay? I will always, agree with that. You were always a Queen of Cups. That is your default. That's what you were from the beginning. So you didn't have the Queen of Swords. You didn't have the boundaries. And that's what caused you. That's how they were able to get in your energy. But now that you have the Queen of Swords in you, okay, they cannot get past that Queen of Swords. They cannot get that energy from you, okay, because the Queen of Swords will not allow it. If your Queen of Swords in you is too perceptive, they're not going to let people won't get near you. This doesn't work. Plus, you're too protected. Okay, plus you do all the right things. It ain't like you're just sitting around doing nothing either. Okay, that'd be another thing. You're doing all the right things here. Okay, and that's why this Ace of Cups is here for you, okay? Because you are this, your counterpart, whoever's wish come true. You're not one wish come true, you're many wishes come true. Okay, and that's why this Ace of Cups is coming here for you. You're going to build your foundation on your 10 of Cups. You will get your 2 of Cups. You will get that wish come true. That's what I need. This Queen of Cups, okay, will get their wish come true. This Ace of Cups is the key to that, okay? Now I'm going to make that known. I'm going to do the tarot math here. All right, so this Queen of Cups here, very loving person. You're going to have a King of Cups, okay? They're going to bring you this Ace of Cups, all right? Because this Queen of Cups is this King of Cups, 9 of Cups. Put these Ace of Cups together, that equals the 10 of Cups, okay? That is where you will build your foundation on, all right? That's what will create this 2 of Cups for you, okay? And then you will get your wish come true. It all works together, okay? You know how I know that? Because we're a Gangster Magician, for God's sakes. How else? Of course we know. You're a magical gangster. You're going to know this stuff. You're privy to inside knowledge of how, things work, okay? We give you the tarot math here. So, all right. So this is starting to bore me. So yes, you're a Hermit, Queen of Cups, okay? It has an Ace of Cups coming here. All right, justice is here for you. You're collaborating with these creative opportunities, these Page of Cups. Okay, you've been putting a plan together, 2 Wands. All right, not only do you have this Ace of Cups, but you have this Ace of Pentacles coming, so your financial opportunities are coming your way. They're coming very quickly with the Chariot here. All right, and that's all because you remained in this Hangman. You paused, you surrendered, and you looked at things, you seen what really mattered, okay? You saw it wasn't always about money for Pentacles. You don't care about this. You're not going to hold on to money. It's not all about money for you, okay? And now, because of you, able to see things from all different perspectives is why these people are exhausted and giving up now. They can't keep up. They need you to be down and out. The fact that you keep adapting and being flexible is impossible. They don't understand it. They're shocked. They said they're shocked. You're a very shocked individual, they told us. Okay, Knight of Cups in reverse. And now they're very moody and disappointed over this whole situation. They're walking around, okay, exhausted. You can see it in their face. This could be your counterpart. Okay, this could be... I don't think that is, because you have this Ace of Cups coming. So somebody's bringing you this Ace of Cups. So that tells me that that's a love interest coming your way. And while you're still a Queen of Cups. So hopefully it most likely will be the King of Cups. That's what my thought would be. He'll probably show up later on. I guarantee it. Okay, so you have this Knight of Cups in reverse. Moody disappointment who's giving up. Okay, because they were unable to solve the puzzle like you. Okay, you're the one who was able to solve this puzzle. That's why the Wheel of Fortune is here. Okay, remaining in Hermit energy is what got you here. Okay, you sacrificed. See, these people want to sacrifice you. All right, but you knew the real sacrifice, which is sacrificing whatever nonsense this was, okay? You didn't involve yourself with this. You just went in your Hermit energy, and you was like almost like you just went in your little box, and you started reading, okay, and you were like, all right, and you just started getting smarter and smarter and smarter, and then you came out and you were like lifting, you just became something that they never seen coming, just never seen it coming, and you could thank God for that. All right, and that's why Six of Swords, you're leaving it all behind. There's nothing left here, okay? This is not, you're not looking back. This is all trash. Whatever these people did to you, it's trash. They're trash. They're getting trashed. You don't even have to look back. You don't have to know what they're doing. It doesn't even matter. You don't care. It's not, they don't get any of your energy, okay? That's why you're not paying attention to them. Because if you pay attention to them or care what happens, then that's how they still hold on to your energy. But the fact that you're just like, I don't give a fuck. Go, whatever. Wish you all the best. Go. Like, there's no, you don't even care. It's not even ill will. It's just like, we don't want you around. Please, just leave us alone. Two of Pentacles. Just, you're adapting and you're too flexible. All right, so now these people, the fact that you don't want them at all around is why they're going to want to be around now. It's just, this is the way things go. It's just, whatever. Because they need your energy, okay? They took your energy all them years, and now they can't live without it. They're addicted. And now they're going to start coming, and you're just going to be like, get away. You're going to be swatting bugs. Get the fuck out of here. But have no fear, like I told you, you are going to have this Queen of Cups. I did say perhaps it would be the King of Cups, I said, but we'll take this Emperor instead, okay? So believe me when I tell you, well, we would rather have this Emperor. Like I said, you were more than happy to have this King of Cups, okay? Now this Emperor is seeing just how valuable the Queen of Cups is to them, okay? At one time, I don't think this Emperor is seeing this Queen of Cups as valuable. I don't think they've seen the rest of the, you know, even with the, I don't think they even seen the Queen of Pentacles in you. I didn't think they seen you as the ideal spouse. I think they just may have seen you as a Queen of Cups, Queen of Wands, and they thought that, you know, there needed to be more to you. But there was more, okay? And that's how you became Empress High Priestess. And that's why you are Three of Cups celebrating here with your soul tribe. Okay, all having a good time, all right? Waiting on the Emperor. Here he comes. They're coming, okay? He said, I'm coming, all right? They are. They're coming. It says it right here. They got an Ace of Cups here and an Ace of Pentacles for you with the Chariot. So, are you going to tell me that's not accurate? Because, look, I mean, there you go. Chariot. I mean, that's you, Queen of Cups. Like, coming your way, because you left this behind. Remain in Hermit energy. I think that's pretty accurate. Tell me if I'm wrong. I don't believe so, though. Okay, so let's start wrapping this up, and then I'll go into a clarification. What do we got? What are we working with? What is going to come of this now? Who are we even dealing with, though? Like, with this giving up, exhausted, okay, that's moody, disappointed, that's, you know, trying to keep money from you, okay? So I would imagine this is somebody who stole money from you, okay, and justice is catching up to them, all right? Because these creative opportunities with the Page of Cups and this Three of Pentacles is, you know, making you stay relevant, and your two of Wands, the ability to plan and remain in this Hangman energy and see things from all different perspectives, is showing the value that you have here, okay? And it's all to the chagrin of this devil, okay? Because this devil is not happy because they didn't see you coming back. They didn't see the justice coming for them, okay? But you know who did, though? This King of Cups, like I said, they would be showing up. Okay, your Emperor, okay? This is what they are. The King of Cups is now the Emperor, okay? And you are the Empress. That is what they wanted, okay? This King of Cups wanted you to be their equal, okay? You got there, you surpassed them. Now, they had to catch up with you, and now they're an Emperor. So, okay, good. And it's all to the chagrin of this devil, because this devil thought that they were going to stop that, because you have a high-ranking kingdom spouse here. This is, you know, a high-ranking divine union. This is why the devil is directly involved in your situation, okay? The devil doesn't get involved with just worthless, like, you know what I mean, just any regular things. He'll send other demons to do that, but in this situation, he's personally involved, and you actually defeated him, okay? You actually defeated this devil, you and your counterpart. Believe it or not, it's happened in the 5D. I was there, I seen it. You're celebrating up there with the Three of Cups. Trust me, you and this King of Cups. That's why things are going to manifest for you in here. And like, you don't think it is, but it will. So I'm telling you it is. Do I look like I'm lying to you? Do I look like I'm telling you stories? Do I look like a storyteller to you? You know you could trust me. Right or wrong, okay? Knight of Pentacles in reverse, because now they're feeling stuck, okay? Whoever's giving up is feeling stuck. That's why they're giving up. They're stuck. There's nothing they could do. They're working without reward, okay? They're doing everything to hold on to whatever money. There's Four of Pentacles. They are Knight of Cups in reverse, completely moody, disappointed, okay? Because they're not getting what they thought. Okay, the illusions here with the moon, they're being shattered. Whatever continued illusions they're trying to create, being shattered. There's nothing that is going to work here. That's why this devil is being seen. He's right here. Everybody sees them, and it's not just me that sees them, it's everybody, okay? They see how these people are acting, and they know that this is not normal, that it's actually that they're becoming unhinged, okay? And that is why the mask is off, all right? That's why they're coming off in this Page of Wands in reverse energy. They're coming off with no direction. They're creating conflict. They have self-limiting beliefs. They're off their spiritual path. They have to go back to hell, man. They're never going to stop you. You're an Empress. Like I said, you're an Empress. The Queen of Swords made you that. Okay, that's why you have this Emperor here. This is what it's all about. All right, like it's just this is the balance that was needed, and that's where it's going. So this could go on forever now. So yeah, what's going to happen with this devil though? Okay, we know that we have justice here. We have you with this Emperor. We have you as the Queen of Cups. Okay, so what's going to happen is you being so brave, Nine of Wands, is the reason why this devil is going down the tubes, okay? Because this is enabling you to build your foundation on this Ten of Cups, okay? Because they're being seen as somebody who did all this craziness to affect you, and now everybody's seeing you for who you really are. They're seeing you for your true power, and they're seeing you for everything. They're seeing just how brave you are, okay? They would have never seen this bravery, this courage, if this devil didn't go to such great lengths to corrupt your counterpart and keep you two apart, okay? But now it's being seen in this Page of Wands in reverse energy with this Knight of Cups in reverse energy, okay? While also, you know, the people around them feel like they're in a Knight of Pentacles in reverse energy, okay, working without reward, and they're not liking that, and that's why Seven of Wands, they're giving up. Nobody's going to keep doing that, and this is all... There's nothing now left for this devil, okay? So now justice is here for them. The end is here, okay? It's coming for them, all right? And you, on the other hand, don't have to worry about none of this bullshit with this devil, because all you need to do is focus on building your foundation on this Ten of Cups. And that's all you are going to keep doing, all right? That's why you're the best. Okay, so let's get a little confirmation, a little clarification here, see what we're working with, see if, you know, but... You got this Emperor. This is good stuff. This is boring me though. This reading is boring me. Sorry. I wish it'd be more exciting. It's like, I guess it's the end now, because the devil, like, it's like, what else can you do? It's like you're really seeing how these people are coming unglued here. Okay, you're seeing these people now go to the Five of Pentacles. You will witness their karma, okay? Not that you really want to, not that you even care, but you will, all right? You're not even hoping. You're just like, whatever. You don't even care. It's like, you know, you have to focus on this new world here, because the cycle is complete here, all right? Because the world advises you that you have reached the end of the cycle and achieved your goals. Celebrate your success and enjoy the fruits of your labor. Okay, that's exactly what you're doing. You're not worried about who's in the Five of Pentacles. You don't give a fuck what happens to these people, okay? Because you already have your Two of Wands here. You already got an action plan, a clear action plan in place, okay? You're turning inspiration into a clear action plan and exploring new possibilities and challenges. Okay, you didn't, like I said, you didn't put your eggs all in one basket like these people thought you would. All right, and now whatever Two of Swords, whatever avoidance, whatever, you know, they're trying to do here, keep people stuck, it's not going to work anymore, okay? It's just, the days are over, okay? Like I said, these days are over, because death is here for them, okay? The end is here for the devil. Death is at his door, and the devil cannot defeat death. That is for sure. That is for sure. So that is why he's going to have to go back to hell and never be seen or heard from again, because his reign of terror has been lifted. Okay, this age is over. No more of this. I don't play these games with these people anymore. I don't deal with devils no more. The day of the devil is done. Okay, because whatever illusions this devil created, they're finished. They're shattered. Nobody's seeing it. It's whatever it is. They kept people, try to keep them indulgent, try to keep people, you know, wanting more and more and more, and, you know, did not making love a priority, and just, you know, just being greedy and jealous is why these people are on the judgment, okay? They're on the judgment, okay? Because people do not like people like that, all right? And this is how they're going to have to learn. This is what justice is here. Justice does not like greedy and indulgent people, okay? That does not like it. Justice will always, because that means they're willing to do anything to indulge, and that's not good for society. Okay, that's why they had missed their chance. They have a lost opportunity here, Ace of Pentacles in reverse. Okay, because they didn't want to do the right thing. They lost their opportunity. There was no planning and foresight. They squandered whatever resources on indulging, and now there's nothing left, okay? And being seated, greedy, and they're all totally dissatisfied. All right, they're basically like, it's like a crackhead who can't get any more crack. All right, so this is really all it comes down to, and it's all because you remain this Knight of Swords energy, because you were hardworking, you were ambitious, action orientated, driven to succeed. Okay, you took action, change, and you showed a very much strong intellect and fast thinking. All right, you were willing to take risk, and you know, now you are where you are. Okay, everything's paying off for you. All right, you followed your intuition, and that's why you're here. That's why you're here watching, because you followed your intuition. Okay, that's why you're always supposed to follow your intuition. Anything feels right, keep doing it, because it's the right thing to do. Okay. There's Three of Pentacles reversed. Now there's all this disharmony, okay? There's misalignment. People feel like they're working alone. Okay, it's not a Three of Pentacles like where everybody wants to work together like you. Because remember, Age of Aquarius is about the team, okay? It's all about the team. It's not about the individual. Age of Pisces is all about the individual. That is why there's so many, you know, problems occurred over these lifetimes because of that, okay? If you work as a team, build your foundation on 10 of Cups, it'll never be destroyed, okay? And that's what this King of Cups says too. They said, yeah, we agree with that, okay? So they're back. So you have this King of Cups, they're back. So they are an Emperor. That is your, or maybe, you know, it's somebody else. This King of Cups is, you know, try and be shift. I don't know, but just know one way or another, you have an Emperor here, okay? So there you go. You're good to go. All right, and now this bad karma here with this Wheel of Fortune reverse, bad luck. Bad everything. Okay, this devil is being seen. Every last thing that could go wrong for this devil is going wrong. It's almost like clockwork. It's like anything they do, so the opposite happens. Because again, justice is here. All right, justice is here to thwart any of these devils' plans and send them back to hell to never be seen or heard from again. And that is how justice is. Just death or justice is the only way it's going to remove this devil out of your life. All right, and they both are here already. All right, and that's why you were going to remain in this Lover's energy, because they wanted to keep stopping that. All right, so the fact is that they can't stop that anymore. They were never able. They wanted to keep you bitter. The fact is they did everything possible, and you could have went bitter, and nobody would even have, you know, blamed you for it. Okay, you've been through so much, but you still continue to want to be a Queen of Cups. Like, so that tells you that that's what you're in. It's all comes down to this coin. So it doesn't matter what happens at the end of the day, because the energy is always going to come back to you. They can't keep it. Okay, they could take it, but once you call it back, it's yours. And then you have to now know, you know, become that Queen of Swords and know how to protect it now. And that's exactly what you're doing, right or wrong. Okay, that's why the Emperor's back. Okay, because they said, we know. That's why we love you. You're our favorite. Okay, we know you're our Empress. We love you. We love you, love you, love you. So double Emperor. Okay, there you go. So with the Lovers, right after the Lovers energy. So I mean, it's all coming. Like I said, this year's almost over. This will all happen very, very soon. Very soon. Okay, they can't Two of Swords avoid this anymore. You can't keep people deadlocked. It's not going to happen. Nobody's going to be avoiding the fact that you're the star of the show. Okay, the star. People are attracted to the star. Okay, they come towards the star. They don't look away from the star. Okay, so that's what these people try to do. They try to make them look away from you. That's not happening anymore. People are very much focused on you. They know exactly what you're all about, and they know exactly what you're going to bring to the table. All right, and they wanted to stop that, and they didn't want you to know your true potential. And that is why your true potential was being this Empress. Okay, there you go. So you have your Emperor. This is your balance. This is what was needed. Okay, because you were never, ever both on the same level like that. Now, okay. Now the fact is you and your counterpart are both. You're an Emperor. Okay, look, Emperor, Empress, Lovers energy, all right in a row. So that tells me with justice there, and you know, and then there's 10 of Cups also, not to mention you're building your foundation on the 10 of Cups. I mean, what else do you want me to tell you here? I mean, this is very clear that you have a very much a foundation built on a 10 of Cups with Lovers energy here with this Emperor and Empress, and that's you with your Emperor. Okay, these illusions, this devil's being eclipsed. All right, you have this Ace of Pentacles, you have this Ace of Cups. Okay, you are 9 of Pentacles, you are 9 of Cups. It's like it's like you can't, there's not anything else you could do. That's why these people, they try to avoid death, but death is at their door. He's knocking, he's coming. The devil, you can only last so long. You can only put this off so long. Okay, because the Page of Cups, your creative opportunities are going to keep coming. Intuitive messages are going to keep coming. This person's going to keep exposing themselves. They are not going to be able to keep going, and it's going to get to a point where it's going to be so bad that this person's going to, it's going to be like almost like cringeworthy of what's going to happen here. Okay, they let it get this far. Okay, we're going to end it here because you have, this is all comes down to, you got your King of Cups. Okay, this is your counterpart. All right, so look, you got your King of Cups. This is what you were supposed to be. This was the original plan. Okay, for this person, you be this Queen of Cups. Okay, before all this karmic energy got involved with your King of Cups. Okay, that was supposed to be what was the case. All right. What had happened is you had to go through a whole bunch of other bullshit, the both of you, okay? You both maybe went into the reverse, you both may have done whatever, okay? But you both never lost your lover's energy for each other. You always know you still love the person, okay? And at the end of the day, you both became the best you can be. You both become the best versions of yourself, all right? And that is why you're here, and that's why nobody can fuck with you now, all right? And you are going to be kingdom spouses, and you're going to lead this new earth. So there you go, okay? And I think you should be proud of yourself. You really should. I am very, very proud of you for everything you did. So, listen, all I was thinking I was going to do is I might do a live tonight. I'm not sure. Maybe, like, after this one, in between the 7 and 11 show. And then, like, we could do, like, I'll just answer questions. I don't want nothing. I'll do it, like, just as a friendly thing. You know what I mean? Like, you can say, oh, I'll answer, like, a question for everybody. So, if you're willing to do that, that's fine. I'm willing to do that. I don't mind. You know what I mean? And then we'll go from there. I'll just pull cards on whatever question you have, and then we'll just try to put something together and try to come up with an answer to what you need for your situation. So I don't know. Tell me if that works for you. I don't know. I never did it before. I don't know how it works. I don't know because I only do this on the thing, so I don't have like the actual like computer. I can sit there and type and do that kind of stuff. So it's like it would be hard for me to like constantly. I guess what I could do, I guess I could read it. I guess it will come up. I don't know. It's just I got to see how it comes on the thing, how I would film it. That's the only problem. All right, well I'll figure something out. We'll figure something out. All right, I'll see you guys. See you at 11. If not, if I don't see you before that.